So I have a slightly different take on meditation, and if you've been struggling with meditation in your life, this might help. I first off believe in the power of meditation. I believe the science, I believe all the studies, and I used to judge myself and feel really bad about it because I felt like I couldn't meditate. I would sit there on the couch or on the pillow or on the bed or lie down, and I never felt anything when I was meditated. I could sit and I could be present and I could do it and I could sit there for 20 minutes and it felt like 20 minutes, but I never felt any different. I think that was where it started to shift for me, is not that I didn't feel anything in the moment, but I never felt any different coming out. And I've meditated with some of the best meditation teachers on the planet, and it's never really led to an impact for me in the moment or afterwards or sustained. And I, again, would judge myself really harshly, like, hey, I want to make this work. How do I make this work? I believe in the science. Let's go and make it work. What I've distilled it down to is into two parts. One is a lot of meditation, a lot of benefits I believe from meditation are really just about being present and being mindful. I'm 85% present, 15% future focused, and 0% past focused.
Want a sword? Get a mentor. Hey, it's Nina Carmichael, and we made these videos probably because you're the most ambitious person in your circle. But you know you're capable of much more, and you get that push by surrounding yourself with the best. So today, let's learn from one of the best, my husband, Evan Carmichael. And if you're struggling with meditation in your life, this video can help you. Enjoy.
When you are thinking about the past, it's usually in a really negative way. Sometimes we look backwards and to the past, and it's gratitude and remembering great memories and looking at all the great things we've done. But for the most part, when you look backwards, it's negative. It's regrets. It's I wish I did this, or why did that person do that to me, or I wish I had said something different. We're looking negatively on our past, mostly through the lens of regret and what you did or what other people did. And when you're looking forward, entrepreneurs love looking forward and the vision and the building and what you can create and all the amazing things. But a lot of looking forward is also uncertainty and stress and anxiety in what may happen and what could happen and what might happen if X happens. And just we're stuck in these negative loops. A lot of the backwards thinking is negative through the lens of regret, and a lot of the forward thinking is negative through the lens of anxiety, stress, and worry. And so that's where, hey, if you're present-minded, you're going to be a lot happier. You're going to be a lot more focused, right? If you're just thinking about what you should have done or what might happen to you, you're not actually able to be productive and get stuff out right now in the present. And so the job becomes, how do I stay present? And I think a lot of that is accomplished through meditation for most people. If you're in a state of stress, thinking about the regret of the past or anxiety about the future, I think meditation can be incredibly helpful to help you get back to present, even just focusing on your breath, breathe in, breathe out. Even something as simple as that can help calm you down and get you back to the present moment, which then allows you to be able to be productive, solve the problem, be happy, because you're being more present. So for me, that's actually quite easy. I'm in the present a lot more than anywhere else. And I used to think it as a negative. A friend of mine used to make fun of me for having a bad memory. It's like, you have such a bad memory. It's like, and I later realized I don't have a bad memory. I one, remember what's important to me, but two, I'm not living in the past. Like I don't care about what happened. I'm looking at right now, today. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what day it is. I don't know. I know it's 2022 when recording this. I'd have to think about what month it is. I don't know what I'm doing after recording this video. I don't know what I did yesterday. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow, let alone once I press stop on this video. I am here with you. This is my entire attention, is making this video right now. That's it. This is the present moment for me. And what I've discovered is this is meditation. At least the portion of it where you're getting back to present moment. If that's one of the main benefits of meditation, then this is meditation for me. I'm only in the present moment right now, being here, talking with you guys, and that's it. And I realize that most of my life is lived like that. Yes, I love planning for where I'm going to go, but most of my time isn't spent in planning. It's in executing, in doing. And I have to look at my calendar to see what I'm doing tomorrow or what I'm doing. When somebody asks me on a Wednesday, what's your weekend going to look like? Weekend? I don't even know what I'm doing in the next hour, let alone what I'm doing this weekend. And when people ask me on a Monday, how was your weekend? It's like, I don't know. That was yesterday. That was 2 days ago. I got stuff to do right now. I'm working on my life right now. And not just work, even just enjoying, even just life, even just me spending time with my wife or my son or on a trip. It's like, let's enjoy this moment where we're at right now. And so if that's you, I would introduce the idea of, hey, that's a different perspective shift. Like maybe you are meditating right now and you might be overjudging yourself, because if you're in the present, that's one of the biggest benefits. One of my favorite things to do every morning is I go on a believe walk. And I found when a lot of people would say, oh, I get my best ideas when I'm meditating, I get creative breakthroughs when I'm meditating. Part of that I believe is, hey, you've unblocked yourself from the past and the future, the regrets of the past, the stress of the future, to get back to present, which then calms you down to then actually be more creative and solve the problem. I found I wasn't really getting answers. I wasn't getting solutions. I wasn't being very creative, sitting down, lying down, and having my body be still, where I get a lot more of my energy and creativity and ideas when I'm moving. So I get a lot of ideas when I'm walking. So I do a believe walk every morning, which is 30 to 60 minutes. I'll take the dogs out and then I'll go for a walk, usually to Tim Hortons, grab myself a coffee, Canadian coffee brain here, and no agenda. Just think about what am I doing today? You know, what day is it? What do I want to accomplish today? Take in some fresh air, get a fresh perspective. And the act of moving, I find, gets my creativity flowing a lot more. I get ideas in the shower, you know, when I'm moving. Have you got ideas in the shower? I think that's meditation. Maybe it's a different version of it or a different definition of it, but I think that's meditation, where you can calm down, when you can focus on present, and you get some great ideas that come. I'm selling my place. We just bought a new house. We're selling this place, and the studio looks a little different. Normally I'm filming in my car because we're running some errands, or my regular studio. And to get this place ready to sell, you know, we wanted to have a place that everybody could connect to. And so what my agent did was make an office in a different room, and I'm sitting down, and I have not sat down for 2 years. I don't know when the last time I sat down to actually work. And you might even notice me, I'm shuffling around a little bit. I like to move. Normally I'm on a trampoline and I'm bouncing 20 to 40,000 times a day. And I got that because I would find that when I did phone calls, I would much rather stand up and walk around the office than just sit down. And so I'm a lot more creative and have a lot more energy when I'm moving. And maybe that movement in my energy creates movement in, you know, brain energy and capacity and thinking and creativity as well. But all of that is my form of meditation. And so anytime that I would challenge you to at least consider the fact that anytime that you're present, anytime that you are focused on something, that you can consider that part of the benefits of meditation. The second part of meditation that I haven't fully connected to yet, and I don't have a solution for yet, is when you access theta waves. And that's basically when you're bouncing between conscious and subconscious, and where you feel like time flies. So for me, when I sit down or lie down doing a meditation, if it's 20 minutes, it feels like 20 minutes. And I don't think I'm hitting any theta levels. I can sit there and be present and focus on my breath, or, you know, I've chewed a cookie for half an hour or an hour and never swallowed it. You know, the focus and the presence I can do, but it still feels like it's 20 minutes or half an hour or an hour. I've never had I sat down for an hour and it felt like I was only out for 5 minutes. I get that more through the work that I'm doing. I get that more. I recently did a 6-hour Q&A with Tom Bilyeu's Impact Community on his Discord, and it was 6 hours. I didn't go to the bathroom. I didn't take a break. I was reading the questions and answering the questions. My throat was burning. Didn't even notice it till the end, and that 6 hours flew, where that felt, if you asked me how long was it, I would have said, I don't know, it was like 20 minutes, half an hour, 6 hours. 6 hours later, still going. And then we eventually wrapped it up because I needed to go to dinner and hang out with my wife, where I said, yeah, I'm going to do this short little Q&A, and it turned out to be 6 hours. So maybe that's even a better form of meditation. Maybe when you're in your purpose and doing great work, and time flies because you're having fun, maybe that is a better form of meditation for you if you struggle with just sitting down and meditating. Maybe doing that work is healing. You know, I think a lot of people meditate to heal. And I think a part of why that could work is because you're, again, removing the stress of the past, of the regret of the past, and removing the anxiety and stress of the future. And when your body's all stressed out, it's not going to heal, right? But when you can get back to present and remove the stress, you create the conditions for healing in your body. Well, I remember when I broke my neck in 2019 and I kept doing my tour, I kept staying on it because I wanted to be around entrepreneurs. I wanted to keep doing I could have canceled the tour, wouldn't have been a big deal, but that became healing for me, in feeling like I was serving, that I was helping, sitting at the front of a room for 4 hours with immobilized, neck brace on, ice packs, you know, on my neck, 2 or 3 pillows behind me, and I couldn't move for 4 hours but just talk. That became healing for me. And so at least what's helped me for where I'm at right now, I'm totally open to new experiences and being changed and you know, swaying my opinion. But for where I'm at right now, staying present and doing not just the work, but doing activities that you enjoy, that you feel are in service to others, that you feel like you're living your purpose, that you feel like you're having an impact. Think about the things that you love doing where hours get lost. I'm not talking about like opening your phone and scrolling through Instagram when you realize that 2 hours have passed and like, how did I just waste all this time? Not that, but in service of others and helping. See, I'm moving around right now. I gotta move. I can't sit still. I don't like it. When I get into creative ideas, I gotta move. I play with my ring, you know, the ring is all over the place. It's not just on my finger. This gives me more creativity. Like the motion creates more creativity for me. And so if you find those things where you love doing, it's in service to others, it's helping people, time gets lost, and you feel it in your heart and your soul that this is the right thing for you to be doing for where you're at right now, that maybe that's, you know, maybe just maybe that's the form of meditation that you need the most. That by staying present and helping others and being in service, maybe that's all the healing that you need. Maybe that is the present mind that you need. Maybe that is the focus that you need. Maybe that is the meditation that you're already doing. And if that gives you some extra perspective or a different view on meditation than what you might hear other places, I hope that helps. Maybe judge yourself a little bit less, or maybe lean into something that you thought didn't exist, because it's certainly played a huge impact on my life. And thank you for allowing me to share this story with you.
Rule number 2, trigger yourself for success.
The trick to getting yourself into action mode is to trigger yourself for success. Triggering yourself for success means you've taken the decision making out of it, that as soon as you come up with an idea, you have trained yourself by default into action mode. You see, your brain will always talk you down from things because it's trying to keep you safe, and it only understands a world that currently exists that is logical and practical. Until you learn to trigger yourself for success, you will constantly doubt your thoughts, your ideas, and your actions. This video is gonna help. So today, I wanna talk about this bag right here. A lot of you leave comments, the newer fans of the channel say, why is Doritos sponsoring your videos? Evan, why don't you have a healthier sponsor? Don't you know what bad Doritos does to your body? You should be promoting healthy living. Doritos is not a sponsor, guys. This is triggering me for success every single day. And this isn't just some tiny bag. It looks small looking back here, but let me bring this up. Look at that. This is right next to my face. Look at how big that bag of Doritos is. I have a strategy, and it's a weird strategy, so maybe you'll love it, maybe you won't, but I have a strategy called Damn the Doritos. I look at this bag. So I'm sitting, this is how I'm working, right? I'm not sitting, I'm standing. I'm standing on a trampoline. This is my workspace right now, right? I'm standing here, I'm working. In the corner of my eye, I got Steve Jobs up here, and I got this giant bag of Doritos. All I want to do is eat this bag all day long. I want to destroy this bag of Doritos. Look at that giant chip. Oh, I'm gonna start drooling soon. I love it. I want to eat that all day long. This bag is here as a reminder of how great I am. This is the mental conversation inside my head. Evan, you're awesome. You're awesome for not eating those Doritos every day. And I want it as a reminder. People say, doesn't it take a lot of willpower? No, it builds, for me at least, builds the willpower, builds my strength. Every time I see that bag of Doritos, makes me feel better about myself that I'm not eating it and I have the strength to keep going. And so why I have that here is when you're on a diet, right? This is how it began. When you're on a diet, your friends, your family, the experts will say, get rid of all the junk food from your house, get rid of it all, because otherwise you'll be tempted and then you're gonna eat it and then you're gonna ruin your diet. I think that is actually teaching yourself that you suck. You're teaching yourself, I'm a weird duck, you're teaching yourself that you are not strong enough to be around the thing, and so I need to get it out of my environment. The only way that I can stick to this thing is if this other stuff is nowhere close to me. I think you're telling yourself that you suck. I think it's a big crutch. And just like when you break your leg, you have a crutch. Your ultimate goal is to not have a crutch. It's to walk, it's to run, it's to be stronger than before, right? And so as a step one, maybe it's good, right? As a step one, okay, fine. You broke your leg, you have a crutch. You wanna get on a diet, you're addicted to junk food, get out of the house, awesome. But as soon as you go on vacation, as soon as you go to an office party, as soon as you go to New Year's, any kind of party, you're gonna destroy the food because you've trained yourself every day that you suck, that you're not capable. I think you're a genius. I think you're stronger than you think. And so I tested it first with myself and I thought, you know what? Doritos are my nemesis, right? I love Doritos. Oh my gosh, just looking at that bag. So I went to Costco and bought the giant size bag of Doritos. I said, I'm gonna put this on my desk all day long. Because damn the Doritos, because the Doritos are stronger than me? I don't think so, right? I'm Evan Carmichael. And same thing for you. That thing that is holding you, that's stronger than you? I don't think so. Remember who you are. Remember how strong you are. And that's what this is here for. And it's been awesome to see people now take this up. A friend of the channel, Liron, was trying to get off of sugar. And he has this coffee cup with a saucer and he drinks his morning coffee. And he put 2 packets of sugar on the saucer right next to the coffee. So he pours his coffee, has the sugar right next to it, and then he just starts drinking it and puts it down and looks at the sugar packs and then just drinks the coffee again and puts it down, looks at the sugar packs, and his wife thinks he's crazy. And he's a little crazy too. You gotta be a little bit weird duck, but I think this is actually how you build your strength. Mark Drager, another friend of the channel, is addicted to the Peak Freens cookies. You know, the ones that have the red on the inside and the cream in the middle. Those are among my favorites too. And so his COO, when he heard this, went out and bought all these boxes of Peak Freens and put it on Mark's desk. And he opened it up. And this is one of my favorite things to do. Whenever I'm around Doritos or something I really love to eat, not just say, oh, put that away from me. Don't be around me. I can't have that. And not just look at it. I want to smell it. So Mark took these cookies, brought it right up here. Peak Freen cookies, right up here. Oh, and you can just see the joy on his face just as he's bringing back memories and just what those cookies are gonna taste like when they enter his stomach, and just goodness everywhere, right? The smile on his face, maybe a little bit of drool coming out, you just, and then put the cookies down and walk away. And how great that makes you feel as a human to say, here's one of my biggest weaknesses of all time. Bring it. I own you. Put it down and walk away, right? I think that's how you actually build strength, by doing those difficult things, by triggering yourself for success. Every time I see the Doritos bag, I feel better about myself. I feel stronger about myself. And I want you to do the same thing. If any of you are gonna take on that kind of challenge, I wanna hear you. I wanna follow you. I wanna see how your journey is going, because it can be one of the biggest, most important life-changing decisions that you embark on. So now I wanna share 3 different success triggers that can propel you forward. The first is the boom, boom test. And that's when your heart's going boom, 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 right? The idea is we need to get out of our head. We need to get out of our head. You get an idea, something's coming at you, a new opportunity, something that might be scary. We need to get out of our head and just go off and do it, right? We're taking the decision-making process out of it. It's just understanding that these things are the right things for me, right? You have an idea. It's a good one because it came from you, therefore it must be good. You're gonna do something about it. Boom, 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 boom. It's your heart beating because you're nervous, because you're scared, because you're afraid. Teach yourself that when your heart's beating, that means it's go time, whatever the thing is. Especially when it's other people's opinions that you're afraid of. You're afraid of launching a YouTube video because somebody's gonna look at it. Your friend, your boyfriend, girlfriend, high school friends, parents, husband, wife, they're gonna look at it and laugh at you. If that's the reason, then you have to do it just because, right? Don't do something stupid, right? Don't go rob a store because it makes you nervous, okay? stick within your ethics. But most of the things you're afraid of are not stupid things like going to rob a store. They're fear of failing in front of other people. And if that's the reason, then you've lost for life. And so teach yourself. Boom, 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 you do it. You stop thinking about it and teach yourself. Because when you find that I'm afraid and I take action, I'm afraid and I take action, I'm afraid and I take action, what you're doing is rewiring your brain. You're teaching yourself that you're awesome, that you're super strong, that you're a hero, at least in your own mind, right? I feel like a hero in my own mind. Because when my heart's going like this, boom, 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 that means I have to go off and do it. So use the boom, boom test. Number 2 is play bigger triggers. And these are things in your environment that you can put in there to help you play a bigger game. So the Doritos is a play bigger trigger for me, right? I set it up once. It was an idea that came to me. I'm gonna put it here. I set it up once, and every day it triggers me forward. It triggers me to remind myself of how strong I am, because I wouldn't do it from a notification. Right? I'm not gonna have a notification in my phone every 20 minutes to say, hey, remind yourself how strong you are. Remind yourself how strong you are, right? This does it for me automatically. The room here, right? These people all mean something to me. It means something. The plaques down there mean something to me. The neck braces that you can't really see, but under there's my neck braces from the tour, right? I wore this thing for 50 days and then that one for 10 days or something like that. This is a reminder of how awesome I am to myself, right? You might be looking to say, why does he have a neck brace? I'm not so concerned what you guys think. It's for me. There's a message here from my wife, right? I love you, get well soon. Hearts, Nina. Probably blurry, you can't see it. But this is a play bigger trigger for me. I had a broken neck for 60 days and I wore this thing and continued my tour, right? You've done amazing things too in your life. This isn't about me, it's about just using an example. You have already done amazing things in your life. You just forgot. You just don't remember how strong you are. And so having play bigger triggers in your environment that constantly remind you of who you are and what you're capable of makes a big impact on how you feel about yourself. And the third one is scary, difficult, or hard. When you hear yourself say scary, difficult, or hard, this is the audio expression of the boom, boom test. The boom, boom test is your heart beating, boom, 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 boom. That's physical, that's in the body. Some of you may gravitate to that naturally. Some of you may not catch that. You don't feel your body as much, but you're more auditory. Great. So if you ever hear yourself saying scary, difficult, or hard, same thing, you do it. You do it, find a way to do it. You have to go off and do it. Because you do scary, difficult, or hard. Because you love scary, difficult, or hard. And tell your friends and your family, the people around you, anytime you hear me say scary, difficult, or hard, poke me in the stomach. Poke me in the stomach, make me do it, right? Remind me of what I'm doing. Because I think we play small by default. And we need those reminders on a regular basis. So the boom, boom test, to play bigger triggers, scary, difficult, or hard, because the opposite is comfort. The opposite is boring. The opposite is living your life every day the exact same way. It's photocopying your life. That's what most people do. It's why most people hate their life, because they're just photocopying it over and over and over and over and over again. You have a chance to make a difference by reprogramming your mind. Because everything that you want that's new, that's exciting, that's different, means you have to do something that's new and different, and therefore it's scary. So you love doing scary things. You have to if you want the life that you want. Also, to make sure you're actually taking action after watching this video, I've designed a special free worksheet just for this video. The worksheet will highlight all of the lessons learned in this video, as well as pull out our 3 favorite learnings and quotes that will inspire you to actually do something. The worksheet will also give you space to write down what your key takeaways are and your specific plan of action to make sure you're getting results. If you want the worksheet designed specifically for this video, absolutely for free, there's a link in the description below. Go click on it and start building the momentum in your life and your business. I'll see you there.
Rule number 3, have a good morning routine.
Nobody wakes up every day and says, this is gonna be the greatest day ever. Not Dan Locke, not Evan Carmichael, not Tony Robbins, nobody. You wake up and you're tired and you have stuff in your eyes and you have lines on your face from the pillows. The difference between successful people is that they demand excellence from themselves through the habits and routines that they do daily. The problem is that thinking that these people are different, that if you're not waking up with tons of motivation ready to take on the day, that something is wrong with you. The only thing that's wrong with you is you don't have the habits that set you up for success every single day. And today, I want to change that. So I have a 5S morning routine that I go through every single day that sets me up for success, that demands excellence. I'm going to share with you guys today. The first S is sing. The fastest way to change your state is to put on music. The fastest way to go from feeling low energy, tired, bored, into an energy of I am ready to go is music. Put on the song, not that makes you feel the current way that you're feeling. This is where most people mess up. You put on music for how you're currently feeling. If you're feeling really sad and low energy, you're gonna put on really mellow, slow music. What does that do? It keeps you in the same state that you're in. It keeps you exactly where you are. What you wanna do is put on the music for how you wanna feel. And so I have a playlist on my main channel called the Believe playlist, which is the songs that I listen to. These are the songs that I listen to every day. They may work for you, they may not work for you. There's no perfect song for everybody. There's a perfect song for you. And so build a playlist of the songs that make you come alive. Here's the criteria. If this song came on, it would force you to start moving. If the song came on, you find yourself doing this. If the song came on, you would get out of your chair and want to move around. Doesn't mean you're gonna dance like crazy. Doesn't mean you're gonna start belting out the lyrics. That may be you, awesome. But if you're a little more introverted or don't like to dance, something that would make you move, something that would get you at least in your chair doing this, that's what I want. Make a playlist and put that on as the first thing that you do every single morning. It'll make a huge difference to setting the tone, changing your state, and giving you energy and momentum to start the day. S number 2 is sun. I like getting outside. I think there's something about getting outside of your home, of your condo, your apartment, getting outside, getting some fresh air, just being out in nature makes a big difference. Getting some vitamins on your face from the sun outside, but also signifying that you're leaving your bedroom, you're leaving the condo, the apartment, the home, you're leaving what happened last night, and you're ready to go off and start the day. This is especially important if you're working from home, because it's easy to have your office right next to your bedroom, or maybe your office is your bedroom, and carry that bedroom energy, that tired, I just woke up, I want to stay in bed, I want to sleep energy into your work, and you won't do great things if that's the energy you're carrying to your work. So having some kind of ritual that splits up sleeping energy to I'm ready to go energy makes a big difference. And I find the easiest way to do it is to get outside and get some sun. Bonus points if you're in a condo or apartment to take the stairs instead of the elevator. S number 3 is soar, and this is the most important thing for me. If you only take one of the 5, I think this is the most important one to take. What is the thing that makes you soar every day? What's the thing that makes you feel alive, bold, confident? What is that? And put it into your morning routine. At some point in your life, you felt bold. You felt unstoppable. You felt confident. It's happened to everybody. The problem is you don't feel that way consistently every day. You go through these bursts, these moments of, man, I could do such amazing things, but then the next day you wake up and you're a different person. You're back to the, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know. Who am I to go do this crazy thing? That's the problem. So whatever the thing is that makes you feel like you can come alive, that gives you that boldness and confidence, plan it with intention every single day into your morning routine. For me, what I do is I record a message on my phone to Instagram, to my stories, I put it to LinkedIn and Twitter. Right now I'm putting it everywhere, but I need to make a message. So I think of somebody that I helped yesterday. I think of somebody who commented on a video, who I met in person, who I coached on my Instagram Live, somebody that I helped yesterday. And then I make a message channeling that person. I won't say the person's name, but I have them in my head that I need to remind myself that the work that I do is important. It's easy to get lost in the numbers. It's hard to imagine that 200,000 to 300,000 people watched my videos yesterday. That's crazy. It's a wild number, right? It's wild. It's hard to, what does that even mean? I don't know. I'm just sitting here talking to a camera in my office, and 200,000 to 300,000 people are watching my videos. It's crazy. I need to think down to the actual person. I need to think about an individual, that this matters to somebody, that the work I do really means something to them. And then I need to record a message and share it. That helps me soar, and I do it every day. What is the thing for you? What makes you soar? Maybe it's watching the 254 series that I put up every day. Maybe it's watching the Espresso videos like this that I put up every day. And some people every day. This is part of the morning routine, is watching an espresso video, and I'm humbled to be part of your morning routine. For other people, it might be meditating, it might be watching a video, it might be reading a book, listening to a podcast. I don't care what the thing is, but you have felt bold, unstoppable, and confident at some point in your life. What led you to feeling that way and then demand it of yourself every day by putting it into your morning routine? The third S is soar. It's the most important one. The fourth S for me is sweat. This is just about being healthy, having a healthy lifestyle, and I want to do something that makes me sweat. So whether it's a HIIT workout, a cardio workout, a weights workout, I put that into my daily routine because I want to bust a sweat and I want to stay healthy into my 40s, which is coming up, and then into my 50s and beyond. And then the last S for me is scare. I want to do something every day that scares me. What I'm doing right now is I take a cold shower. So after sweating, I need to have a shower. Don't want to show up to work all smelly. And so I hop in the shower, but right away start turning it colder and colder and colder and colder and colder. And then right at the very end, I go all the way cold and I freeze. And even just thinking of it right now, it sucks, which is the best. Right? You want to do the thing that scares you every day. You're teaching yourself that I do scary things. So whatever is scary for you, whether it's taking a cold shower, whether it's making a phone call, whether it's sending an email, making a video and posting it, doing scary things, teaching yourself, getting that out of the way right from the beginning, I find really helps me. So that's the 5S morning routine that I go through every day. So you start by singing, you get some sun, you soar, you sweat, and then you scare. When you're trying on different habits, imagine that you're just trying on a hat. You could take the 5S and try it. Maybe they all work for you. Maybe one of them works for you. You try on my hat, and then some of it will fit, and some of it won't quite fit. The point of being able to learn from people who've had success is you take their routines, you take their habits, and you see what works for you, because not all of them are gonna work. That's okay. Don't judge yourself. Don't say, well, Dan Locke does this, and Evan does this, and Dwayne Johnson does this, and whoever else does that, and say, well, I can't measure up. Maybe you don't want to work out 4 hours a day like Dwayne Johnson does. That's okay. You won't get the same results, right? You're not going to end up looking like him if you don't work out the same amount as him, but that's okay. What is your definition of balance? What's the thing that makes you feel come alive every single day? And then demanding it. That's the most important thing, is you demand the excellence from yourself every single day by putting it into your morning routine instead of hoping that amazing things happen and waking up like an accident.
Rule number 4, love the process.
There are 3 main reasons why people don't put in the work that you need to win. 3 big, huge reasons that if you fix, you'll start seeing the momentum in your business and your life explode. So let's just dive in, look at all 3 and see which one is your problem. Reason number 1 is you don't want it badly enough. This is unfortunately the case for tons of entrepreneurs. You say you want something that looks good, is a huge opportunity, something is blowing up in 2020. This is the industry everybody has to get into, but you actually don't want it that badly enough. You don't care enough about the thing. You're chasing some outcome instead of actually loving the process of the work. And I think it's way too many entrepreneurs. One of the biggest reasons why so many entrepreneurs fail is because you just actually don't want the thing bad enough. You're just chasing an opportunity instead of actually loving the thing. So a good question to ask yourself is, do you actually love this? Do you want it badly enough? I love making videos. I sucked at the beginning. I'm still working to get better. I've gotten better over the decade I've been on YouTube. I still look forward to it. I still love it. I still work every week creating content for you guys. We're putting out 6 videos a day across the different channels now. It's wild. It's crazy. And I still love it. We're putting in the work. I'm putting in the work. My team's putting in the work because we still actually love the process of doing it. So many entrepreneurs quit and give up because you'll say you'll do whatever it takes, but you're not going to. If you don't actually love the process, you don't actually love the work, you will not do whatever it takes. You will only force yourself to do something that you hate for so long until you give up and quit. So a big reason why entrepreneurs don't put in enough work is because you just don't love it enough. The second reason why entrepreneurs don't put in the work they need to win yet is because you're not strong enough. Yet. You're not strong enough. Starting a business is hard. It's really hard. It's among the hardest things you're ever going to do in your life. I don't know many things that are harder than starting the business and making it successful. It requires so much of you. It's an extra child. It's an extra child. It's crazy. It's so much work. And it's going to require you raising your standards. It's going to require you breaking way out of your comfort zone. It's going to require you becoming a new version of yourself. It just will. Entrepreneurship is the best personal development program on the planet because who you are before you become an entrepreneur has to change. It doesn't mean it's a you become a totally different person. It's a better person. It's a better version of you. It's a stronger person of you. It's like before you've gone into the gym, you're, super weak and scrawny, but if you go into the gym every day, you come out 10 years later, you're gonna look different. And you're still you, but just better, stronger, right? That's entrepreneurship. The problems that you're facing right now that seem overwhelming, they can't be overwhelming to you. You have to understand that this is just a starting point. This is just a warm-up for you. You're capable of way more than this, because if this is all you're capable of doing, then you're not gonna do more. Then that's your limit. But I don't think it is your limit. I think you're capable of way more. For me to make videos, my first video took me 2 days to make, right? Took 2 days. 2 days to film, and then editing actually probably took more than 2 days. It took me a long time to make one video. And now we're cranking them out. Because I'm better, because I've learned that what used to be impossible, if you told me then, when I was starting, that I'd be making 6,000 videos and 6 videos a day and all these channels, you're crazy, that's not what I'm gonna do. But then as you get into it, you start playing the game, you start growing, you start getting stronger, you're capable of way more. So a big reason why entrepreneurs don't put in enough work, because it's just too hard. You just see it as too overwhelming, it just feels too impossible. It requires you to grow. It requires you to raise your standards. It requires you to expect more of yourself and to become a stronger person, a stronger leader, a stronger man or woman. It requires you to become stronger and increase those standards. And some people aren't willing to do it. Some people don't want to grow yet. Some people get overwhelmed by it, and so they don't put in the work. But if you're struggling, all of your struggles are on the other side of you growing as a human and you getting stronger and having the capability, the mindset, that you have the capability to go off and conquer that goal. And the third reason why entrepreneurs don't put in enough work is they're too focused on excuses over winning. There's a million reasons. I like to say there's a million reasons why you're not going to win, right? There's so many reasons why you're not going to win. There's so many things you can blame. That you can blame your parents, you can blame the economy, you can blame the president, you can blame your high school class. Like, there's so many reasons. There's so many. It's not your fault, right? There's so many reasons why you're not winning. A million reasons why. And you start talking to your friends and the people around you, they'll find a million more reasons. And it's so comforting to stay in those excuses. It's so comforting to know that, well, it's not my fault that I'm not winning. It's my parents' fault. It's my sister's fault. It's my high school teacher's fault, right? Because he threw a ball at my head in gym class, and so now I'm not successful, right? Like, it's so comforting to stay there, because it means you don't have to grow. It means you don't have to change. It means you don't have to do anything else different. Where the people who actually go off and win and put in the work, they're focused on the winning. They're focused on the winning instead of the excuses. They stop hanging out with the people who are focused on excuses. Most of your friends probably focus on excuses. The people who you went to high school with probably are focused on excuses. There might be one or two who are off crushing it and focused on winning. Most people focus on excuses. And so you don't want to hang around most people until you're strong enough to pull them into your gravitational field instead of you getting sucked into theirs. Right? You're so great, you're so confident, you're so strong that you're gonna be a light for other people, and they're gonna get sucked into your energy, as opposed to you being around mediocrity and you falling down, you falling back steps and you hanging out and becoming them, right? Whoever's more confident wins. They're very confident in their mediocrity, and so they're gonna pull you into it unless you're insanely strong and confident in your ability to do great things. And so think about why you're not winning. Why? What's the reason? What's the reason you're telling yourself? Go look in the mirror and ask yourself, why am I not more successful? Why have I not hit my goals? Whatever the reason that comes back, has to be something about you getting better. If it's, well, because of this, and just listing off excuses, then you're not gonna win. You just won't. You won't put in the work. That's why people don't make the sacrifice, because they're focused on excuses instead of actually winning.
Rule number 5, the last one before our very special bonus clip, develop new skills.
You will never lose in life if you have valuable skills. You won't lose your house, you won't lose your car, you won't lose your clients if you have a skill that brings people value. The economy can collapse, the algorithms can change, but as long as you have a skill that solves problems for people, you will be safe. So I'm seeing this a lot in the YouTube world now. I have a new course out helping people get to 1 million subscribers on YouTube. We can link up the description there if you want in. And people are saying, well, should I still do YouTube? Is it too late? Like, YouTube won't be here in 5 years or 10 years, or maybe it's gonna be the next thing that I should hop on. It's not about the platform. Like, right now, it's winning the platform that is currently winning. You need to crush it, right? Like, YouTube should be your home. If you're trying to make an impact, you're trying to be a thought leader, you have a message to spread, YouTube has to be your #1 place. It just has to be right now. Otherwise, you're not making a smart decision. But whether YouTube is still around in 20 years, 5 years, doesn't matter. Because the skill set that you learn, you can take anywhere. The ability to communicate, you could take to any platform. You could take to the next thing. I don't anticipate YouTube still being around in 20 years, but my ability to make videos, talk into a lens, that's not gonna go away. That can serve me for life, right? Whether that's VR Evan or hologram Evan, you know, coming into your living room, that's gonna be me. That's gonna be amazing. I'm pumped. I look forward to it. Any algorithm change that people are freaking out about, anybody who's complaining about the economy going down or the algorithm changing, you've already lost. That's a losing mindset. When I was first starting my YouTube channel, I always saw the algorithm as a chance to win, right? You should see, if you're a small creator on any platform, YouTube, Instagram, anything, and the algorithm shifts, that's your greatest advantage. You should be cheering. You should want more algorithm changes. If you look at a traditional, established, boring market, it's hard to win. Real estate could be hard to win, right? Financial markets can be hard to win. It's not that it's not possible, it's just hard to win because there's a lot of people who have decades of experience and know more than you, and it's hard to close that gap of experience. With social media, with YouTube, every time there's a big algorithm change, the people who are experts at the last thing, they're crying instead of adjusting. That's how you win. That's how you get ahead of them. That's how you become the top dog, is because you're gonna go learn the new algorithm when everybody is wishing and hoping that the old algorithm comes back. And this happens for every platform. It happened for Facebook. Every time they changed your algorithm or updated the feed and what was shown there, people always freak out and complain, and they want petitions and like, let's go back to how it used to be. Don't sign those petitions. Don't jump on that bandwagon. That is loser thinking. Never, ever, 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 ever do that. It's loser thinking, and that's how most people think. That's a mindset shift that I want to make for the collective, but more importantly for you. That whenever there's a big change, embrace it, go all in on it, learn it. That's how you're gonna leapfrog everybody else. So the faster the rate of change, the more you should be cheering. I still get pumped for an algorithm change. Me, I mean, now I'm closer to the top, right? I mean, I don't know what the top is. I got 2 million subscribers and 300 million views and all these channels. I still love it. Anytime an algorithm change comes out, I'm still pumped. Train yourself. Like a change is coming, I'm pumped. Get excited. Because there's still people who are ahead of me, or even the people below me that I'm competing with for attention and for space. If they're sitting there complaining about how it's changed and they're dropping in their views, awesome. I'll pick up those views because I'm going to learn what the new algorithm is all about. Same thing with the economy. When the economy crashes, everybody who's complaining about how it used to be, they're not going to win. It's comforting to join a club and wish things to be how they used to be, but we're not going back to that. So the faster you realize that and make improvements, the faster you can learn and actually build a great business. Some of the greatest businesses in the world were built in recession, in depression. That could be you if you decide to be. Let's hop back to skills for a second. I look at Jake Paul, Logan Paul. They started on Vine, right? Vine was their claim to fame. They had tons of success in making these super short videos. Vine gets shut down, right? Boom, gone. This is don't put all your eggs in one basket. I think that's loser thinking too. It's loser thinking. They went all in on Vine, and then Vine got shut down. Oh no. What did they do? They moved to YouTube and started crushing it. Millions of subscribers. Look at their growth on YouTube over the past, I don't know, 2 years, 3 years. Blew up. Why? They didn't just come out of nowhere. They had the skill set. They had the skill set that they learned from doing the thing, right? The skill set to make a good video, they then brought to a new platform. If YouTube goes away, you're learning the skill set of how to communicate, how to make great videos, that whatever comes next. People are freaking out about the FTC coming in and COPPA on YouTube. Okay, so if kids aren't able to get content on YouTube, where are they gonna go? Go be there. Instead of trying to fight what is already happening, go be at the place where the kids are gonna be. Embrace the change. That's where you can win. When everybody else is fighting and angry and screaming and yelling and complaining and wishing that it used to be, or quitting the platform and getting upset, go be where they're gonna be. It's easy. It's a simple win. Most people don't have that mindset. It's why most people lose. It's why most businesses can't evolve. Most businesses shut down. It's people very rarely transition from one platform to another, from one business to another, even though they have the skill sets and capabilities to do so, because they don't have the mindset to do so. People who crushed MySpace, very few of them are still around on different platforms. Look at Hollywood. The Rock is doing it. Will Smith is doing it, moving from Hollywood films to YouTube. Where's Brad Pitt? Where's George Clooney? Like, they're in a dying industry. They should be embracing YouTube. They don't want to. They have the skills. They have the skills. It's transferable. You don't think George Clooney could come in and crush YouTube if he wanted to? Of course he could. Calling you out, George Clooney. Let's go. Make it happen. Right? It's just about picking up the skill set. That will keep you safe in any environment. but it's also having a mindset to follow through and try the new things instead of complaining about the changes that are currently happening. So how can you do it? I'm gonna give you a 3-step process that I think will help. Step 1 is make sure your actions map to your ambitions. This will help you determine what skill set you need. What are your ambitions? What do you want to accomplish? What do you want out of life? There's so many ways to win. You know, if you've gone through the who, why, how process, you know what your purpose is, you know what you're trying to accomplish, you've read Built to Serve. Well, you can't read it yet, it's still in pre-order, but you understand the concept, you figure out your purpose, great. To actually go off and accomplish it, what are the skill sets that you actually need? What are the skill sets you need to develop? Even if you suck at it, if you're not naturally good at it. I'm introverted. I'm not naturally good in front of the camera. It took me 6,000 videos to get here, right? I got better with practice and repetition and dedication and hard work and all of that. You can too. What are the skill sets that you need to acquire to get the life that you want? And then you can start working on them. So first step is figure out how do you map your actions to your ambitions. Second step is to learn to tell yourself that it's the best. It's the best. It's the best. Every time something negative is happening to you, the economy is crashing, an algorithm is changing, a new competitor comes in, something negative is happening, you tell yourself it's the best. This is the best. This is my chance to prove to myself and the world what I'm made of. When an algorithm changes and you say it's the best, you're gonna find a new solution. If you sit there and complain and get negative and toxic, you're not gonna find a new solution. The best part of saying it's the best is it shifts your mindset from one of complaining and lack of resourcefulness to one of ultimate resources. To be able to say, I'm gonna go solve this thing, let's go. It shifts your mindset. So many people get stuck in the negativity. Even if you're an entrepreneur and you're positive and optimistic and have great hopes for the future and where you wanna go, if you spend all this time and energy building up this thing and then it gets taken away from you, it's really hard to say this is the best, but that's what you need to do, because otherwise you spend the rest of your life living off of past glory to say, well, this is what I used to be and it was all taken away from me and now life sucks. Like you want the next 40 years of your life to be thinking like that? No, it's the best. The economy crashes, it's the best. You're gonna crush it. Algorithm changes, it's the best. You're gonna crush it. New competitor comes in, it's the best. You're gonna crush it, right? You grow through difficult times. You get better through difficult times. You don't want to do the same thing over and over and over and over again. That's boring. That's photocopying your life. That's not what you want. You want to grow. You want to progress. Self-confidence, self-love, all of it comes from doing difficult things. By telling yourself that when that difficult thing comes, it's the best. This is my chance to rise up and show myself and the world what I'm capable of, as opposed to saying, this sucks, and sitting in negativity all day, all week, all month, all year, all decade. And step number 3 is understand that the quantity leads to the quality. We figured out what our skill is that we want to get good at, right? We understand that it's the best, that when other people are complaining, we're going to rise up and improve our skills and get better at the thing because that's how we're going to win. And now number 3 is the practice, the daily grind, the constant improvement. I've done 6,000 videos. It's how I got better at this. The thing that you want to get great at, you have to do a lot of. You're going to suck at the beginning. You're not going to have any quality. That's okay. That's great. It's the best. Right? But then through repetition, through practice, through daily hustle, attacking the thing that you love doing, even though other people see it as work and torture, you love it. You're getting better at it. That's how you're going to improve your skills. Every skill set is possible to acquire. It's just a skill. Doesn't mean you suck as a human. It just means you don't have the skill set yet. How do you get the skill set? By practicing. The quantity leads to the quality. And so back to point number 1 of your actions mapped to your ambitions, how much are you practicing? You want to acquire the skill set. How much time are you actually spending on that skill set? You want to be a great editor, great. How much time are you spending editing? You want to be a great piano player, how much time are you spending piano? Right? You might have some natural ability for it, awesome. And if you don't, I had no natural ability to be good in front of the camera. Go back and watch my first videos, you'll see. You'll see how much I sucked. No natural ability, 0. It took a long time. Practice, dedication, hard work, right? Actions mapped to your ambitions by putting the quantity that leads to the quality. How much are you doing? Show me your calendar. Show yourself your calendar. Pull up your calendar. Look at your next week. Look at your next month. That skill that you want to acquire, that's going to save you from the recession, from the algorithm change, that's going to bring people value, that skill that you need to acquire, it's going to pay you. How much time are you spending developing it? And if it's not a lot, if it's not sometime every day, you got to change your mindset. You got to change your calendar. You need to change your actions. Because right now, if that's you, your actions are not mapping to your ambitions. I want you to win. You need to get the skill sets. That's the path. The biggest mistake so many entrepreneurs make is they jump into a business because they see that it's a hot opportunity. You don't love it, you don't know much about it, but so many people are talking about it and it looks like an easy way to make a lot of money. Big mistake. Don't do that. It's the fastest way to go broke. So Warren Buffett did not invest in Amazon, but he's still done pretty well for himself. He didn't invest in Amazon because he doesn't like tech, he doesn't know it, he doesn't love it, he doesn't live in that space, and so he doesn't want to buy those kinds of companies. And great, he missed out on Amazon, but he also missed out on all the tech companies that didn't make it, that he could have put money into that just would have gone to zero. He knows what he's great at, he knows what he loves, and he sticks in his arena. I look at what I'm doing. There's so many opportunities that come my way that I know nothing about, I have no interest in, and don't want to have interest in, that I'm losing money on, right? I don't like real estate. I hate real estate. I don't want to be in it. I don't want to learn about it. I don't like real estate. It's not that it's not a good opportunity. It's just not for me. It's boring to me. I have zero interest in real estate. It's great for so many people. So many people have built amazing wealth and generational wealth based off of real estate. Amazing. I'm pumped for you. It's just not the thing that I want to be in. Cryptocurrency, right? People, when Bitcoin was taking off, everybody was a cryptocurrency expert. I know nothing about cryptocurrency. I've bought zero cryptocurrency in my life. I've been given zero cryptocurrency in my life. Is cryptocurrency the future? Yep. When is it gonna come? I don't know. Is it gonna be Bitcoin? I don't know. I don't know anything about cryptocurrency. I get the mechanics and the general theory and I know that it's coming, but it's not the opportunity for me. CBD is a big thing now, right? Everybody's getting into CBD and CBD oils and CBD products, and great. And it's becoming legal here in Canada, or it already is legal in a bunch of our provinces, and it's going to be legalized across many states, if not the whole country. Awesome. It's not me. I'm not into CBD. I don't smoke any marijuana. I never have. I'm not interested in it. It may help you, it may alleviate your pain, amazing. This may be the greatest gift you've ever seen in your life, amazing. But if you're only jumping into it because you think it's a hot opportunity, you're gonna lose. That being said, I'm also involved in so many things that are hot opportunities. I'm drowning in opportunities. I have too many opportunities that I know what to do with, let alone don't know what to do with. Looking at YouTube. YouTube right now is still a massive opportunity. There's so many people who look at what I've done, who look at what Gary Vee done and Grant Cardone and those guys have done, and say, I want to do it. YouTube is blowing up, it's popping, it's exploding. If you're a thought leader, if you want to have educational content, YouTube is still a huge opportunity. Most people who are the experts at what they do are not on YouTube. That means you can go on, even with a little bit less expertise, and go and crush it, because the people who are the best in the world at doing it, they're not doing it. It's a huge opportunity. It's a big white space still right now. Even though I've been on it for 10 years, YouTube has evolved a lot over the past decade, and there's still tons of white space open and available. I need to push that opportunity harder. I look at thought leadership as another one. Thought leadership, the stuff that I'm doing, the videos like this, the teaching that I've done, the workshops that I've done. People want to be a thought leader, not just an influencer, but a thought leader. And I'm at the center of that trend. I'm helping train a lot of thought leaders. People are coming to me asking me for help in becoming a thought leader, in making content, in being able to do good videos, in being able to get speaking gigs, book deals, all of it. People want it. It's happening. And I'm at the center of that trend too. League of Legends. I love League of Legends. I've been playing League of Legends for, this is 6 years. This is my 6th year playing League of Legends. I played Teemo. Look, I got Teemo here. I got Teemo here. I got Tristana here. I've named my dogs Teemo and Tristana, right? I play 3 games a night on my Twitch stream. You can come to my Twitch stream, twitch.tv/BelieveTeam. Come join me. I play there 3 games a night. I'm trying to get the gold this season, which means I'm in the top 10% of players in North America. So it's my ambition for the year. I watch League of Legends every weekend. I have a TSM jersey. Let me get it. I have a TSM jersey. I'm a fan. I love League of Legends. I love esports. If you're getting into esports, just because it's a hot opportunity and you don't love it, you're gonna die, you're gonna lose. I look at Gary Vee as an example, and Gary's done an amazing job in hip hop. An amazing job in hip hop, and he's brought so many different artists on, from the top of Nipsey Hussle all the way down to people who are just breaking in and trying to get their start. He loves hip hop, he loves the lyrics, he loves the culture, and so he's really built a name for himself inside of hip hop. He got into Twitch a little bit. He had a Twitch studio set up in his office, and he started doing a little bit of gaming, but he's not a gamer. He hasn't done gaming in decades. And so it's not authentic for him, and so he's not gonna win there. I love esports. I love League of Legends. I love gaming. It's part of what I do. I can talk to you about the current roster for TSM and my thoughts on it. I can talk to you about the new patch that came out on League of Legends and how Teemo's doing. I like it. It's just, I genuinely like it. And so I have these opportunities in front of me already within YouTube, within thought leadership, within esports that I can take advantage of and blow up in. And I don't need to worry about real estate and cryptocurrency and CBD and all the other millions of opportunities out there. There's already tons of opportunities inside the things that you already know and love. The things that you know and love, there's lots of people who know and love that thing too. And they're looking for guidance, they're looking for help, they need answers. You could be the person who gives them the answers. Jumping on some train because you think it's a hot opportunity and a chance to make money is the fastest way that you will lose money because you don't understand anything about that. If you don't love esports, don't go spend money on an esports team. You're gonna lose, you don't even know what you're doing. Inside the things that you love and know is a tremendous opportunity, and that's what you need to focus on.
Because you made it this far in a video, I want to celebrate you. Most people start and don't finish. Most people never actually follow through. Most people say they want something, but they don't ever do the work to actually get it. But you are different. You are special. Believe Nation, you made it here all the way to the end, and I love you. So as a special celebration, if you put a hashtag believe down in the comments below on this video, I will showcase you and celebrate you somewhere on the screen in a future video because you are awesome.
And if you want to watch Evan's top 10 rules for success, check out the video next to me. I think you can enjoy. Continue to believe. I will see you there.
Going broad is the slowest game, but the most sustainable game. So winning on YouTube, for example, it's the hardest to get going because people don't know who you are yet. You got to build your brand. You got to get great message in front of the camera, get comfortable.